Alright, welcome to another collection video. This time going through the odds and ends of my collection. So I've gone through all of the PlayStation stuff, all of the Nintendo stuff. I don't have any Sega stuff, so I haven't gone through that. But what I do have here left is some Xbox 360 games and also some PC games. I'll start with the Xbox 360 just to get this out of the way. And I'll move on to the PC stuff after that. Now, for the Xbox 360, the reason why I got the console originally was this game, Alan Wake. Now, this is a fantastic Finnish action-adventure game. I never played the DLC, so I still have to play that at some point. Luckily, there is a new version of this game for the PS4 and PS5, so I'll do just that at some point. But yeah, Alan Wake. I remember liking this game quite a lot. It was a long time in development. It took years and years and years to finally come out, but when it did, it was pretty cool. Then I have this cardboard edition of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. The collector's edition comes with... what is there in here? There is a poster of some kind. This is a massive poster. I won't be able to show that. Looks like it's a massive poster of the cover of the game, right? Then there is what is this? Great Essayist Missions. What is this? Behind the scenes of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, developer walkthrough official trailers, right? Some extra DVD. And then there is a art book. Just quickly flip through it. There's the old school Infinity Ward development team. What else is here? Like the original Call of Duty games, it is such a shame what the series became, because I remember playing Call of Duty, like the original one on the PC, and it was amazing. And then the second one on the PC as well, really good. Still my favorite in a series by far. It's a great game. And then on the 360 PS3 era, the World at War game was pretty good. And then obviously the original Modern Warfare series with the 3 games in it. I liked all of them. A lot of people had their favorites. Like some people who were really into the original hated the second game. And then a bunch of people who really liked the second game hated the third game. That's a theme throughout Call of Duty. That you have the people who like the like one game, and then the next game is a disappointment. And then the people who like the next game, then the game after that is a disappointment. Yeah. All right. Then I have Crackdown, a Xbox 360 Classics copy of it. I remember liking this game a lot. Like the original Crackdown was pretty good, with the destructible environments, like a third-person action game, like a superhero game. The sequel after that, people didn't like it at all, but I've never tried it out. Right. One of the other reasons, besides Alan Wake, for originally getting a 360 was Dead Rising. Now this game has been released for countless other consoles after this, but back in a day, this was for a time, I think, exclusive to the 360. So this is the original version of Dead Rising, one of the best zombie games ever made. Ridiculously fun game. Right, another game that was exclusive to the Xbox 360, I think, or maybe this was also for the PC, Fable 2. Really like this game as well. One of those early 2000s Stephen Molyneux games. When was this released? 2000 and... it doesn't say so anywhere on the back cover. Very interesting. Oh, 2007. Yeah, so a Stephen Molyneux game from 2007. one of the greatest con men in video game history. He's always talking bollocks about his games and how great they are. But yeah, Fable 2 I thought was pretty good. Then I have this collector's edition of Mass Effect, another series that was an exclusive, but isn't anymore. Has this tin case, which has in it customer service numbers. Does have a future imagined, some kind of an art book, yeah. Different characters from the game. Also has a manual and a codex. So one of the in-game features the codex here in a book form, and then it has the game in this cardboard sleeve with some nice space themed artwork. Yeah. The Mass Effect series I've discussed in one of the PS3 videos, because I have the PS3 trilogy version of this as well. So here's also the second game, and comes with two discs. And yeah, I liked the first game a lot. It was very different from other console RPG games back in the day. And then the second game I also liked a lot. And then the third game was just a complete failure. I hate that game so much. Right. Then I have the Xbox 360 version of Orange Box. So I have 3 versions of Orange Box. Spoilers, I also have one for the PC. I've played Half-Life 2 on the Xbox 360 as well. I thought it ran pretty well. So it was an alright version of the game. It's obviously better on a PC, but yeah. I also played Portal here for the second or third time. I thought that port was pretty good as well. People are always thrashing these console ports of old PC games, but I don't really care about the graphics. So obviously the games look better on a PC, but I really don't care about that. The gameplay is intact, and that's the most important thing. Right, and then I have this. This was also, or I think this still is a Xbox 360 exclusive, maybe. If it isn't, it may be available for the PC. But yeah, Splinter Cell Conviction, one of the worst games, like period, that I've played in this era. Like, it's not a bad third-person shooter, but it's a really bad Splinter Cell game, because Splinter Cell games are about stealth, and this is about just cover shooter. This is a cover shooter. This is closer to something like Gears of War than Splinter Cell. Right. And then I have, those are all the games that I've played on the Xbox 360, so not that many games. And then I have a bunch of games here in my backlog, starting off with beautiful Katamari. So this is the Xbox 360 exclusive Katamari game. I really like the series a lot. Then I have one of the shoot-em-ups. The Xbox 360 is famous for having a bunch of Japanese shoot-em-up games released for it physically. I only have one of them, which sucks, but some of these are quite expensive. But yeah, this is Dodonpachi Resurrection Deluxe Edition. If I ever take my Xbox 360 out of the my storage and hook it to a PC, or not a PC, hook it to my television, this is the game that I'm going to play. Dodonpachi Resurrection. Then I have Gears of War 2. Never played them. All of these games are complete, by the way. I'm not showing the manuals for all of them, but all of them are complete. Then this one I think is exclusive to the Xbox 360. And when I say exclusive, I mean for as far as consoles go. Some of this may be available for the PC, but yeah. This is 99 Nights, which is like I think a Dynasty Warriors style, like hack and slash action game. Then there is the Peter Jackson's King Kong movie tie-in licensed game, which supposedly is very good. Yeah, I'll get it for the PS3 at some point and play it that way. Then I have Perfect Dark Zero. This is the reboot game in that series. And then a couple more. There's the original Prey. So this has nothing to do with the Arcane Studios, like sci-fi. Like, what is the name of the genre of the game? It's like a simulation game, like first-person shooter / sim game. Immersive sim is that the name? I can't remember, but yeah, this is the original Prey. Never played it. And then I have Too Human, which I think is another exclusive. In the hands of one god rests the fate of all mankind. Sounds pretty generic, but could be good. I don't know. So yeah, that's the Xbox 360. I did have some more games for this, but I traded them in and got some PS3 games in return, I think. So, like, yeah, I had a bunch of games that were like duplicates. So I had them for the PS3 as well. So I traded the Xbox 360 versions, like Fallout 3 and GTA 4, and these sort of like really, really basic games that I also have for the PS3. I traded the Xbox versions for something else. I can't remember what. All right, then moving on to the PC, I have one big box game, which is Throne of Darkness. Now, why do I have one big box PC game? Well, I found this at a flea market for like €2, so obviously I'm going to buy it. It's in all right condition, not the best, but all right. Yeah, this is like a strategy, like action game. There were a lot of games like this on the PC. This one I've never played, but it looked like something I should have, so I just bought it. Does have the original cardboard box here, and the CD is in pretty bad condition, like the cover has been ripped. And all of these key codes, like these have been used decades ago, so I don't really care that they show. Yeah, there are 2 discs. Both of them are here. And then there is this is a manual, but this is more like a book. So I think this was worth getting just for this like book manual thing alone. Pretty great stuff. And then there is a Sierra catalog that we should probably flip through. This is from the year 2000. What do we have here? We have Half-Life for Dreamcast, all right? We have Half-Life Generation. We also have Half-Life Game of the Year Edition. We have Half-Life Opposing Force, so lots of Half-Life. Ground Control, never heard of that game. Tribes 2, that was a very popular FPS game on the PC. SWAT 3, classic game, really good. Homeworld Cataclysm, Master of Olympus, Pharaoh, all old school tactics games. Queen of the Nile, Arcanum. Like this is a memory lane item. Then there's the Throne of Darkness, obviously. 3D Ultra Range, so that's like a pinball game. What is this? Solitaire? Hoyle Range. Trophy Base 4. PGA Championship. Diablo 2. Warcraft 2. StarCraft Battle Chest. Yeah. This was the era to be alive. Like if you grew up during this era playing video games, there are only good memories to have. So many great games, so many great memories. Recently I went to a flea market here in Finland, and there were rows and rows and rows of big box PC games in one of the display cases. And I thought that maybe I should get a couple of those, but the prices were just ridiculous, like €150 for, or like €120 for a sealed copy of Dino Crisis, like the Dino Crisis big box. And I think the cheapest ones were like 45, 35 euros for driver and so on. So not really free market prices. So I didn't get any of them. Right, then I have a couple of Japanese PC games here. Now, why do I have these games? I have these games because a person sold a massive stack of hundreds of Japanese CDs, like music CDs. And when I looked at the pictures, I also saw just a bunch of video games thrown in there. So I thought, why not? I'll get them. So I paid like 100 euros for a box full of Toho CDs, and then there were these PC games. So there's Legend of Heroes 3, still sealed. There are 2 copies of, what is this? The Legend of Heroes. I can't remember what the game is. It's one of the spin-offs, I think. It's not the mainline games. The Legend of Heroes. Like, this is like Trails of something, I think. And then there is a second copy of the same game, but this is open. So let's take a look inside. What do Japanese PC games look like from inside the box? There is this cardboard holder that has the papers in it. There is a manual. It's a big one. Also has something, I don't know what this is. Some instructions, I guess, for something. And then there is the game itself, just a regular case with nothing really inside. So that's what a Japanese PC game looks like from the inside, if you're wondering. If I can close this thing, yeah, like that. And then I have a sealed copy of, what is this? Sora no Kiseki, second chapter. I don't know what this is. Looks like a Legend of Heroes game. It's probably one of the Legend of Heroes games. I'll put it under here so the other ones don't get crushed. Then I have a copy of Ys 7. One of the Ys games that I've never played. Yeah, this has the same kind of setup inside. Does it have a manual? Oh, the manual is inside the case this time. Cool. So it's just, this cardboard here is just to make sure that the box doesn't get crushed. There isn't really any reason to even have like this big box for this. There isn't anything inside here that requires it. Can I even get this back in there? So this big box here is a complete hoax. There's just a regular game case inside. Or maybe it's missing something, I don't know. And then I have a copy of Zwei 2 Plus, which is some kind of an RPG as well. I don't think this has ever been released in Europe. And this is very strange. This only has this cardboard. So this may be incomplete, I don't know. Yeah, has these sort of smaller papers, and then has the game disc on like just this separate slip. And then when you put this cardboard in there, it's like this, so it doesn't get crushed. Very interesting. So this could be incomplete, I don't know. It feels very, very light. It feels like there's nothing inside. So that's some Japanese PC games. Let's put it like this. Right, and then I have a bunch of old PC games here. Like, many of these are probably not very interesting, but I'll start off with the best item. Start off with a bang. So I have this signed copy of Trine 2. Now, why do I have a signed copy of Trine 2? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 signatures from the people who worked on the game. I went to the Frozen Byte office one day years ago as a playtester, game tester. I was a playtester on the game. What was the game called? It's Nine Parchments, I think. The one where you're throwing around spells. So I was a playtester on that game, and as a thank you for playtesting the game, I got this signed copy of Trine 2. So really happy to have this one. I'll put it like this on top here. Then a bunch of games that I absolutely love from my childhood. So this is the Command & Conquer, the first Decade box set, which has just a bunch of Command & Conquer games in it. Comes with the original game, Red Alert 2, all of the expansions and the DLC. It has... Does the back cover actually list the games? Are they listed here somewhere? Not really, in a proper manner. But yeah, it also has... What is the spin-off game? Tiberian Sun, I think. Yeah, it has that one. And then Generals. It also has the old first-person shooter Command & Conquer spin-off games that were not that great, but just all right. Yeah, Command & Conquer First Decade. Some of the best games on the PC. Some of my favorite games growing up. Then we have... Can I fit everything on screen? Not really. Maybe I'll push these a little bit like this. Yeah, that's good enough. Then I have here Counter-Strike Anthology. So this is 1.6 CS. And also Condition Zero, which I had never played. So 1.6 classic game. I also have this standalone copy of Counter-Strike Source. Also comes with Half-Life 2 Deathmatch and Day of Defeat Source. One of the games that I've played the most. Tens of thousands of hours. Then I have this Fallout collection. Has Fallout 1 and 2 and Fallout Tactics. Now, the second Fallout game is definitely the best one in the series. The people who have only played the modern Fallout games, the Bethesda games, are missing out because these original 2 games are the best. The best of the best. Some of the best games ever made. Just period, regardless of genre. Right. Then I have this original Fear. I remember buying this because I thought the game looked really cool and it had some good reviews. Then I went home and my old PC couldn't even run it. So I only ended up playing this from start to finish years later. But yeah, I really like this. A very unique horror first-person shooter. Then I have here my original copy of Half-Life 2. I bought this. I think the day it came out. This also came with a copy of Counter-Strike Source. So I have this other one that comes with there's also Day of Defeat, I think, included here, and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. They are also all included with this one, but I got the standalone copy as well, just to have it on my shelf because it looks cool. Then I have the Episode 1 as a separate standalone release. Really good DLC. Just wish there were more of those games, but they never made them. Right. Then I have here Hearts of Iron 2. This is one of my favorite strategy games of all time. I haven't played any of the newer ones in the series, but the second one is really good. It's like World War I and World War II and then Cold War all included in that. This original one, this doesn't have the expansions, so the Cold War one isn't here. I think that's called Armageddon or something like that. Right. Then I have this triple pack of Hitman. 1 disc. Thick case, I don't know why. So this has Hitman 2 Contracts and Blood Money. This also has the original one, but I don't think it runs properly. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Like, there's a reason why the first Hitman game hasn't been re-released. It's very rough, and it doesn't run properly on any system really. Right. Then I have Max Payne, the original game here. Classic Finnish game. And then I have this limited edition of the second one. Really nice artwork. Multiple discs. 3 discs actually. 2 install discs and 1 play disc. Yeah, I discussed Max Payne in one of the PS2 videos. These are very important games. For me, I played them a lot. Years and years and years and years and years ago. Right, next up, classic sports game, NHL Eastside Hockey Manager 2005. I've sunk so many hours into this. So this is like Football Manager, but with hockey. Such a great game. It's an Excel spreadsheet. Not really like a video game properly, but it's an Excel spreadsheet simulator. Right. Then I have this gold edition 2-disc version of Operation Flashpoint, the original game. Does have the expansions as well. Now, these are some of the most hardcore first-person shooters ever released, like the Operation Flashpoint games. It starts off with you going to boot camp on a bus, and then just all hell breaking loose, war breaks out, and you're just in the middle of it. You die from 1 bullet, and you never can even see the enemies. These are great first-person shooter games for people who hate themselves. Very difficult games to play. Then I have Planescape Torment. I've never played this game, but I just got it for a couple of euros to have on my shelf. Rome Total War. Many people from my era played this game so much. Like, how thick is this manual? Whoa. Just ridiculously thick manual. The case doesn't close because the manual is so thick. Then there is also a map of some sort. Yeah, the map of Europe. The other side has... Oh yeah, it's one of these. The other side has like tech trees. It's one of these ones. Yeah, the map and the manual are so thick that this case doesn't even close properly. It doesn't stay closed. The Rome Total War, classic tactics games. One of the classic tactics games of its era. Right. Then I have a couple of games in the Stalker series here now. I'm really glad that this series is returning because the original game, Shadow of Chernobyl, is fantastic. The sequel, Call of Pripyat, I never played, but I do have a copy of it here anyway. And then I have just a couple more games here. I have this collector's edition of Terraria, one of the games that I've played the most on the PS3. Does have some of like art cards, these collectible cards, some of the enemies, and does also come with this map that is not map, but poster that is too big to show. But yeah, I really like Terraria a lot. One of my favorite games of all time, definitely. I never got into Minecraft, but I preferred this 2D pixel graphics style. I mean, this is very similar to something like Minecraft, where you just dig into the ground and collect stuff to craft items. Fantastic game. I don't know where I'm even going to put it. I'll just keep stacking them here, maybe. Then I have the Battle for Middle-earth games, both of them. These are classic, lights are going on and off here. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with the storm outside, but yeah, the lights are flickering on and off and it's confusing my brain. Yeah, these are tactics. These tactics games where you control heroes from the Lord of the Rings universe. And yeah, these are really good games. So, like real-time strategy games set in the Lord of the Rings universe. I also have the expansion pack for the second one, The Rise of the Witch King. And then just a couple more. Here's Orange Box. I've talked about it in so many different videos that I'm not going to even spend more time on it this time. Just a great collection, one of the greatest collections of games ever made. And then there is Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Not my favorite Rainbow Six game, but a very nostalgic one, because we played this like LAN co-op back in the day with some people. And then I have this collector's edition of Age of Wonders Shadow Magic. Now, I don't know anything about the Age of Wonders series. This was given to me for free by a friend. And why did I take it? Because it has this insanely thick book as a manual. So obviously, if I'm offered a game, like, do you want this? Or will I just throw it out? Of course, I'm going to save it and take it under my protective wing and put it in my collection. So I have a copy of this Age of Wonders game that I don't know anything about. But it has a nice cardboard. Oh my god, it's a nightmare trying to get this back inside. Yes, it has this really nice cardboard box and a couple 100 pages long book as a manual. Right, and then lastly, I have a copy of XCOM 2. Now, I've never played this game. This was again given to me by a person who may or may not be watching. But yeah, I really like the original XCOM game. So why not take the second one into my collection, because it was given to me for free, so why not? At some point I will buy the German physical for the PS4 that is, I think, has all of the DLC included, so I'll get that at some point and play it. But yeah, XCOM 2. And that's that. That is in its entirety my PC and Xbox 360 games. Now, that was the last part of my current video game collection. Now I've gone through all of it, and it only took something like 30 videos. So a lot of games here. If you watched through all of the videos, congratulations. You are probably very annoyed by my voice at this point and really annoyed by me repeating the same phrases and the same words over and over again. But no, hopefully you got something from out of this. If you only just watched 1 or 2 videos or maybe jumped around, that's cool as well. So thank you to anyone and everyone who watched these videos. And what will I do next? I will keep doing the update videos, the collection update videos, once a month, maybe two times a month if I get more stuff than I usually do during a month. So maybe 1 or 2 update videos a month. I'll probably do some Blu-ray collection videos as well, because I also buy Blu-ray movies. So I think next up I'll do a couple of videos on Arrow Films horror movies. That's probably what I will do next. I haven't really chosen yet, but yeah, I will also do some other types of videos, like some unboxings from time to time and this sort of thing. Maybe some commentary videos as well, if there's something that interests me happening around the world of gaming. So yeah, more collection videos to come. The schedule, I don't really know, but maybe a couple of videos a month, I don't know. So thanks for watching, and keep your eyes open for what I do next. I don't even know myself yet what I'll do next, but yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.